What's up? It's Chase, and in this video, we are going to be going over the things that actually can make you money on TikTok Shop and pretty much everything on TikTok Shop and ranking them S through E. So stick along because people don't really know when they start TikTok Shop what actually makes money, and even people that are making a lot of money kind of get stuck on one thing. But I have done pretty much every style of video on TikTok. I've messed around with pretty much every feature, every sample, to an extent, of course. There's so many samples out there. But I've been in the game since 2023. I run a lot of TikTok Shop accounts. We have creators, we have editors, we have posters, project managers, and now I run a whole media conglomerate on TikTok Shop. So I see a lot of videos. And also I have a ton of students in TikTok Shop, so I see pretty much more than almost anybody else. And that's not me trying to be cocky. It's literally I do this all day, every day, and I constantly see data. And even when I wasn't doing a media conglomerate, I was doing it myself. I was the #2 ranked TikTok Shop affiliate in the entire world. So let's get into it. Number one, we have creativity. Now, being creative in TikTok Shop is something that a lot of people try to do. But in reality, being creative, if you're brand new, is not something you want to do. Being creative is only reserved for the top tier affiliates because they actually know what needs to happen. So when newer people try to be creative, it generally doesn't end up correct. And in reality, everything should be structured as, hey, let me imitate this first. Let me copy everybody else that's actually making money. And then let me go innovate. But when you start to try to be creative at the start and try to think of these stories and try to think of videos and new video styles on your own, you always, if you're brand new, are gonna go down some random path that is not even eligible for a sale. That's kind of how I think about it. So we'll put being creative in the B tier because if you're brand new, you probably shouldn't be being creative, just copy other people. And honestly, TikTok has always been about copying. So being creative, B tier max. And that's if we're talking about actually just making money, of course. Now, next, we have TikTok ads or running ads on your own TikTok Shop affiliate videos. Now, as a TikTok Shop affiliate, there is a lot that goes on with ads, but it's generally not you running them. Now, as somebody who's actually put ads on their affiliate videos, I can tell you that running ads absolutely can be profitable. There have been a lot of times where I have sat at a 2x ROAS as an affiliate. I'm not talking about as a brand. Yes, you can run ads profitably as an affiliate. Should you do it? Probably not. The things that go into it as an affiliate, your margins, your commission has to be so high, and there's so many things you have to factor in. And once TikTok sees that you spend money, and this really don't think that they give you a ton of traffic, but if you're willing to kind of throw away an account at ads, try it out. You're probably not gonna be profitable, and if you are, it's super cool because it's like an infinite money printer since you have no expenses besides the ads. Generally, it does not work. If you're really, really good, you can do it. For that, we're just gonna put this in C tier. Next up, we have bottom of funnel videos. Now, bottom of funnel videos are pretty much my expertise, I would say. I have made, and we have made, I guess I would say, because this is one of my creators, but we have made thousands and thousands and thousands of bottom of funnel videos. The last 10 months, we made this X pieces of NeuroGum for free. We started this in November, and we ran it until like April or May, until it stopped working. This little premise of selling the sale, that's what bottom of funnel videos are. They target the people that are in the end of the funnel, the people that already have seen other styles of videos for this product, like they've seen some guy, go in and talking about some conspiracy with NeuroGum. All they need is a deal to be pushed over the edge. By the way, amazing stuff. Buy this. I don't need a commission link, just get it. Amazing. But bottom of funnel videos, super high converting because it's targeting the audience that already knows what the product is. It's like a retargeting ad. That's what it's meant for. And then also you can get a ton of clicks on these as well, which is gonna get you more ad spend from the brand, which we'll go into next. For bottom of funnel videos, high converting, really easy to make, super simple to learn. I'm gonna put these not in S tier, but I'm gonna put them in A tier because I don't wanna talk about what worked last month. I wanna talk about what works today, and that's gonna have to go in A tier. Next up, we have GMV Max. Let's just go into what GMV Max is first. GMV Max is TikTok Shop's AI ads. For context, TikTok Shop ads used to be ran manually. You take the ad code of the video, the specific affiliate video, you send that to the brand puts the targeting in, they put it in a new ad set. They're actually having to go and do the media buying or ad buying themselves, the brand. That's how it used to be. Now GMV Max is AI ads on TikTok Shop. So essentially what that means is that instead of it being manual, an AI algorithm is what puts the money out for the brands. Or think of GMV Max kind of like a cloud, right? So let's say NeuroGum. We'll put an N for NeuroGum, right? NeuroGum, for example, spends $1,000 on ads a day. Obviously, that's probably way less than what they spend, but let's say they spend $1,000 a day on ads. And now all these affiliate videos that have ad authorization on, right? All these people, NeuroGum probably has thousands of videos a day. This ad spend instead of it being, okay, NeuroGum chooses, it's gonna be this video and this video. No, this ad spend comes out like rain, but it's targeted. So whoever of these affiliates has the best video or highest value video to this GMV Max AI is gonna get the majority of this ad spend. So if your video can stick out, has better clicks than everybody else, you're gonna get more of that ad spend, and that's gonna give you more views and ultimately more sales. And for that reason, GMV Max has to go in S tier. This is the best invention in TikTok Shop of all time because you can game this system. If you can get a ton of clicks on your videos, you're gonna get a ton of ad spend and you're gonna get a ton of views and then a ton of sales. If you can learn how to use this correctly and find products that are spending a ton of money on GMV Max, you will destroy everybody. This is the most important part of TikTok Shop right now. This literally rules TikTok Shop. So find brands that are spending a lot of money on GMV Max and also brands that don't have a lot of videos out. If you can find a ratio of a brand that has a ton of GMV Max but not that many affiliates, where's this rain gonna go? This GMV Max AI ads money rain. If there's, for example, only 2 affiliates or whatever, comparatively. If there's half as many affiliates, you're gonna get twice as many ad spend. So find a ratio, high GMV Max, low ad spend, S tier, that's the first one in there. Now, next up, we have top of funnel videos here. Now, what top of funnel videos are videos that are meant to appeal to everybody. They're meant to go viral, they're meant to get millions of views, and they start really broad to appeal to everybody, and eventually, throughout the video, they end up selling something. But see on this, FBI director exposes billion-dollar industry. Everybody wants to watch that, but throughout the video, I believe he funnels like some type of power bank or something. So it starts broad, gets narrower to actually sell something. These are good because they go viral, but because of GMV Max, which is kind of new, bottom of funnel videos almost have an edge on this. If, and only if, you're bad at TikTok Shop or you're newer, let's say that. I don't want to just say bad. But for example, this is Roman. This is a friend of mine. He's one of the best viral creators of all time. I wouldn't tell him to do bottom of funnel. I would say just stick with top of funnel because he's really good and he can go viral consistently even without GMV Max. So these videos go really viral. You can make 20K, 30K, 50K in a day, sometimes with a top of funnel video that goes insane. And that's what Roman does. He'll have these 5K, 10K days that are just ridiculous from viral videos getting millions of views, but most people cannot do them. And with GMV Max getting more and more dominant, it gets a little bit harder. So for the average person, I'm gonna put them in B. If you're really good, it's gonna be S tier, but for the average person or the newer TikTok Shop affiliate, it has to go in the B tier. And also you cannot outsource this ever. You're gonna have to do it yourself forever. Now we have TikTok Shop live streams. Look, TikTok Shop live streams are something that I have made over $100,000 with. And this was the first thing that really made me a lot of money on TikTok Shop. I was running the spin scrubber and I would scrub my bathroom for 5 to 8 hours a day, but I would make a ton of money doing it. This guy, he's on live here. He's literally working a job. He's probably making anywhere from 300 to 500 bucks a day is my guess. And he probably does pretty well for himself. It's a lot better than, doing personal training or whatever he was doing before, but it is like picking up another job. This right here is the lowest skill, highest effort way to make money on TikTok Shop. It's like online blue collar. That's the only way I can put it because nothing else makes sense. If you're willing to trade your time for money and you need money quickly, this is the absolute best way to do it because you really don't need much skill. You can just be urgent, get to the point, sell the sale, tell people you're getting off and be urgent with the deal and you'll get some sales. But the only thing that matters for live product selection is perceived value. So I don't really like this product. You want to find a product that has higher perceived value than what it's actually listed for. So for example, if you guess that this right here, guess in your head, right? Let's say you say it's $30 and I tell you it's $7.99 and free shipping, you might click through. Here, $38 for 2 L-carnitine, that doesn't really impress me. So it's gotta be an impressive deal and also it helps if it moves. For that reason that it is online blue collar, we're gonna go ahead and put this thing in A tier because the average person can go ahead and do this from anywhere. Now we have middle of funnel video. You can see these videos, they're very simple. They generally don't have audio besides a sound, some trendy sound in the background. And look at this, when you start taking nature's Ozempic, now you're drowning in your jeans, no longer crave that sweet treat, energy's up, yada, 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 right? Some misleading BS. I wouldn't recommend doing it like this unless you're a white girl, but otherwise, this style, right? Somebody effed up at TikTok is the Dr. Malaxin Peel Shot is on a massive sale. They're super easy to make, super easy to go viral, and they do actually start to convert if you have the right product selection. These are insanely easy, really scalable. You can outsource this like that. And for that reason, these convert mostly as good and they really get the GMV Max because look, they don't say the name of the price here, right? You got a massive sale, so people click through. GMV Max likes it, easy to make. this is going in S tier. First style of video that actually goes in S tier. And let me just clarify, I'm not trying to say what worked a year ago, what worked 3 months ago. I'm trying to say what's working this week, what's working this month. And these middle of funnel videos are just crushing right now. Now, TikTok Shop for Seller, this is an honorable mention here. Probably one of the harder business models out there. You have to be really, really good to make money. And TikTok Shop for Seller means you are the brand, you are NeuroGum. You order these products, you get influencers and affiliates to promote the products. And then eventually you ship out the product when the affiliate makes a sale. You have ads to pay for, you have the product to pay for, you have the affiliate commission to pay for, TikTok fees. So it's a really difficult business model. The payoff is massive, of course, because there's so much virality on TikTok. 70% of sales online already come from TikTok. So for example, if something gets bought on Amazon, there's a good chance that somebody saw it on TikTok first before going to Amazon. So TikTok Shop for Seller, again, is a really good model. Not alone though. With TikTok Shop for Seller, you need to be on Amazon, you need to be on Shopify, you need to have these other channels set up, because every dollar on TikTok Shop is gonna be 50 cents on Amazon. So for the reason that it's not profitable by itself most of the time on TikTok Shop, and most people don't have enough money for it. On top of that, right, you're spending 50K, 100K to get the brand set up. I'm gonna put it in D tier. As a cash flow making business model for the average person. Now, we also have TikTok Shop free samples. It's amazing to get free stuff. And also, this is your biggest leverage point that you could really have, because you can test hooks, you can test CTAs, you can test whatever you want. But if you don't have new samples to test, that's the biggest variable that you can absolutely change. So with free samples, you get different ad spend, right? Different GMV Max, you get different competition, you have a completely different audience that you're selling to. Free samples is your number one lever that you can pull, and you should be getting 100 of them a month if you're doing bottom of funnel or middle of funnel. If you actually want to make a ton of money, this is so important. And so many people try to pick their samples here and there and be really specific with it. But if you can just pick tons of samples, even go into the store and just make videos in the store, test the product for 5 videos. If it works, great. Really, I'm telling you, this is so important. Get freaking products. Insanely underrated, and way more people should be doing it. I don't know why they don't, because they're literally free. Once you get to $1,000 in sales, you get approved for like half of them. Your first goal as a TikTok Shop affiliate should be to get to $1,000 in sales so that you can just start getting approved for samples consistently, because otherwise you're gonna have to buy them at the start. It's just gonna be annoying. So for this reason, I'm putting this in S tier. Honorable mention here is outsourcing this entire process so that you don't have to be this guy going live. You can hire someone to do that. So you don't have to be this girl making these videos. And obviously this is one of my creators here. You don't have to be making these type of bottom of funnel videos. So when you're outsourcing, that means you're not filming, you're not editing, you're not posting. You have teams and systems that are in the process for you. So and I run a program called Affiliate Automated, and that is what we are really fucking good at. We are also really good at bottom of funnel and middle of funnel videos, because these are the things that are actually scalable, that you can outsource to somebody else, that you don't have to do alone. And that's what we do. So if you want that, the link is in the bio there. I highly recommend joining. So that'll be down below in the description. And you're like, Chase, there was nothing in E tier. You barely had anything in D tier. This is because TikTok Shop is the most over-leveraged business model in existence. It is so difficult to not be successful unless you just quit in 60 days. And you were never gonna make it in any business model with that mentality in the first place. Anybody who comes in and tries for 90 days generally sees success. There's no financial claims in this video whatsoever. Who are you to think you can just watch a YouTube video and make hundreds of thousands of dollars? But anyways, when I see someone stick with TikTok Shop for 90 days, it is so unlikely that they do not be successful. My dad is 53 years old. He makes like 200 or 300 bucks a day off TikTok Shop affiliate. He's been doing this for like a month and a half. So anybody can do it. It's just one of those things where it's like, if you know, and you're gonna do it. But most people just don't know how powerful it is, don't know how actually attainable making 10, 20, 30K a month with it is, and don't even know how attainable outsourcing the entire process is if they don't wanna be influencers forever, which I didn't, and that's why I created Affiliate Automated. So go join that, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get in there ASAP. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more TikTok Shop content and online money content. Peace.